Alright. Welcome back to One Piece Anime Re-Review, episode number 81. This is actually I had to redo this video because my microphone got cut off for some reason. I do not know why, but it did. Yeah, I had to basically Now, this one I'm discussing episodes 83 to 88 of the Levely arc. I'm getting very close to wrapping up this particular arc. I got one more episode left to go. In these episodes, we have a lot of stuff happening. Now, these following are flashbacks we see in these episodes. Sabo's childhood, which we see in the post-war stuff. Post-war saga. We see Marineford and his lobby. Marineford is connected to a character I can submit. There's also stuff with Sabaody. Yes, it's a flashback to that particular arc. It seems like almost every single arc is hit here, including Alabasta. That's actually early. That's actually, aside from the opening episode, that's the earliest arc touched in this particular series. Yes, which is quite interesting. Now, Sabo, we see him go undercover, even though he's there with, you see his adopted brother, who is the king of his home country. Yep. He apparently didn't know the fact his brother was not the king of the country. Yep, so he sneaks in, and what is his job there? Well, he takes pictures of the Mean Palace, which of course is, while this is going on, the five elder idiots are meeting with Shanks. And they're discussing a particular pirate, which they don't say who. Also happening here, I'll get to the hot stuff in a minute, we see the debut of Imp. Yes, this tall guy in silhouette, who's only seen in 2 episodes so far this whole entire anime. Yeah, he also appears in episode 889. After that, he's not seen to get into the current arc of the series. Yes, he is absent for pretty much the entirety of the Wano arc. Yep. And what does he do? He is holding a picture of Luffy. Well, Wano posts Luffy. He opens up a vault door to reveal a giant straw hat. Now, here's the thing. Till this day, no one knows where this thing came from, who this hat belongs to, or who this imp is, aside from the fact he's de facto ruler of the world. Which I'll get to more of that when I talk about 889. Meanwhile, though, we see everybody basically getting along fine. We see that Rebecca and V become fast friends, along with Sir Hoshi when they talk about Luffy. And of course, well, then while this is going on, then all of a sudden a celestial dragon shows up, try to take her as a slave. They try to attack him, but they're stopped by CP0, led by Rob Lucci, along with Sassi and Kaku. Sassi was last seen in the previous arc of the series. Whole cake. Rob Lucci, I believe this was his first appearance since Dressrosa. Kaku was last seen back in his lobby. Yeah, this is basically CP0, the main spy force who work for the Celestial Dragons. Yeah, basically, with the exception of one person, the Celestial Dragons are known for being the world's biggest dicks to people. They love doing it because they think everybody who is not them is beneath them. And also, when they're not at Marriage Wall, they have to be in these special bubbles because they think the air outside Marriage Wall is too good for them. With the exception of one who apparently is like, he doesn't care about anything happening to him, basically, as long as he maintains position as is his world noble. Apparently, also, he has no slaves. Yep. So, he tries to take Sahoshi, and then he gets knocked out by, of course, well, the guy who knocks out the Celestial Dragon. It's another Celestial Dragon. He knocks him out with a freaking club. Yeah. He, of course, tells the slave there to go away, tells CP0 to leave, and CP0 is absent for quite a while. They're not seeing again until like, about halfway through Wano. Yes, they're there as guests of the Shogun. Yes. They're all wearing masks, and Rob Lucci is actually not there. Rob Lucci, after this, is actually not seen again after this arc until the current arc of the series. We ends up fighting Luffy again versus in his lobby. I don't know if these two got stronger since then. I highly doubt it. I'm sure they've maintained training, but I don't know if they got stronger or not. Yep. And of course, he's there to the Celestial Dragon, who apparently is one of Doflamingo's relatives. By the way, Doflamingo himself makes a cameo this episode, like, oh, we have the secret. Of course, it's Imp. And Sabo, he breaks into the land of the Celestial Dragons and find out what happened to Bathama Kuma. Meanwhile, he's there. We see this Oli. This is one of the queens. And it turns out, nope, this actually is the beautiful Jui Bounty. Which we don't know what her deal is until the Egghead arc. Which, by the way, in case you're curious though, is she absent for Wano? Yes, she is. She's absent for pretty much the entirety of Wano. Not even the outside appearances for her. Not really. And, well, I don't know. I don't remember if she showed up in the last episode, but... By the way, meanwhile, though, Raguku and Cobra are meeting with Fumaguchi, the admiral from the Dressrosa arc. He is here, and of course, basically, well, he's there discussing something. Of course, this actually is something that would actually come to play in the very next arc of the series. Well, it's good enough for Oda for basically playing up that. We do see the princess from the Tato tribe, where she heals up, well, Sarahoshi of her basically her bruise that she got, and apparently she made her power from crying to a water pot. Maybe she cried out and just did it. By the way, the princess is in love with Leo, though he apparently does not know the fact that he actually has a beautiful princess in love with him. Yes, Leo, get the hint. She's in love with you. Like, here's the thing. The Sagittarius tribe all know that she's in love with Leo. But the thing is, Leo does not know. He's the only person who does not know the fact that the princess is in love with him. He also Sai's here too. We also have Walpole. Yeah, for him anyway, this was the first time he had been seen since the Drum Kingdom arc. I actually think he made one appearance after that. But in the case of Dalton, he's occasionally appeared since then. I think he previously appeared just before he left the former Drum Kingdom, was known as the Cherry Blossom Kingdom. Which, of course, reunites with Vivi, because he's an old friend of Vivi's, which is so nice. Of course, he did not know at the time Vivi was actually a princess. He probably didn't know the fact, man, she's a beautiful woman, but damn, she's a princess. Like, oh, you look more regal now, which I thought was so funny. Yep. But I still love today this interaction between Vivi, Rebecca, and Sarahoshi. 3 princesses who've had encounters with Luffy. And of course, basically, Neptune, the captain of the guard for Alabasta, the guardian of Alabasta is here too, which is quite nice. Makes a brief appearance here, which is nice to see the guy. And I think after this may have been also one of Vivi's last appearances in the series, because it's kind of revealed that she disappeared. Not exactly what happened to her, her father, something bad happened to him, which I'll discuss that once I finish talking about this arc. Riku, nothing happens with him at all, but yeah. So they're leading up to the big levy, and most everyone's went inside. But I'm still enjoying these episodes. They're really good. And the Rob Belushi stuff, this is where the these live stuff comes in. And of course, stuff with the admirals. And of course, we also see build up for Wano, where we see that Big Mom has contacted Kaido to inform, hey, Luffy's on the way there. We also see a good bonding between Carrot and Luffy over the fact they lost somebody they had a lot of respect for, who died right in front of them. For Carrot, it was Pedro. For Luffy, it was Ace, which I thought was a great move for them. And it was a shame what happened to her at the end of the arc. She didn't die at the end of one. Oh, no. It's something really stupid. That it would have made total sense, basically, if something different happened. But no, Oda decided to go with this bullcrap nonsense. Yes. Could have pointed anybody else. Had to point her to the position, which I'm not getting to that right now, because that was the conclusion of Wano. I'll probably discuss that when we get to the end of Wano arc. Which, at this point, probably won't be until... probably not until summertime, maybe later on this year, maybe when they finish adapting this particular story arc. But, yeah. Loving these episodes so far. I am roughly, since I'm at episode 888 of the Triple Eights, Let's see. Well, when I started, I was at 38 episodes. I am now currently 9 episodes in right now. So I have exactly. Let me think here about that. Actually, it's 10 episodes. Yeah, it's 10 episodes. I have exactly 28 episodes left to go for the dub episodes for One Piece. Yep, 28 left to go, which I won't get to any more than that tonight. So I'm going to here go straight to case closed. Okay? Thanks for you. Bye.